Well, hello, and welcome back to the tower. So I want to kind of get moving with everything. So we're gonna. Oh, I have a lot to spend. Okay. I guess we'll just put it all in damage. That's fine, right? Oh, I forgot to check. I could have leveled this up. I can't now. Hey, Tower, how you doing? I want to get started with the tournament though before I do everything because I got kind of a late start. I was sleepy. Took a nap. I was almost like, uh-oh. Oh, wait, I need to see. What can I use this tournament? Ultimate weapon durations. All right, we need to get our joystick out. So we're joysticking. And dim core. We have those two. Yeah, we're pretty much good. Hey, Nick, how you doing? All right, I just wanted to get started. We're going to grab that. Okay. Now I need to do all my stuff here that I usually do. Oh, wait, I need to get this maxed first. Well, I do need to send the ping out. It is going out. Oh, congrats, Nick. I'm not doing anything today. It feels great, doesn't it? Doesn't it just feel amazing to not have to accomplish something every day? We're almost maxed. Maybe I should have bought more skips. Oh, well. What do you mean it doesn't feel the best? Nick, what do you feel like you need to accomplish each day? It should feel amazing. You should be telling me I did nothing and it was the best thing I've ever done. Or sorry, you should tell me I did nothing and it's everything I thought it could be. I was actually tired today. I feel like I guess I didn't sleep well last night. Okay, that's done. All right, now that that's done, let's go sound the alarm bells for everybody. And I'm actually up to date on comments. So that's amazing too. You might not have seen it, Nick. It's possible you just didn't sleep well last night. I was tired today. I know why. I can only blame myself for why I felt tired today. It's 100 million% my fault. And I keep doing it, and I don't know why. But like I said, I only have myself to blame, you know? Who's to blame but myself? I'm the one to blame. Yeah, I just didn't get like as good of a night's sleep as I could have. And I know that is why otherwise why would I be taking a nap, right? I took a nap before stream because that was why. Hey Genesis, how you doing? I took a nap before stream because that was an echo. I actually don't know what has happened to Black Turtle Rabbit Pink. I assume he quit the game. I have no confirmation of that, Nick. But that's my assumption. Because I think he stopped showing up right when they added the extra ultimate weapon. It's actually a guy. He's a teacher in Lebanon. No, he's young. But I don't remember where he is. He was just a big fan of some K-pop thing. That's why his icon was the way it was. I think they quit the game. I think what happened is, I swear the last time we saw him was right before the update that added the extra Ultimate Weapon Plus levels. And I feel like the extra Ultimate Weapon Plus levels is why they quit the game. I feel like it's not a coincidence. And before that, remember they were asking, like, what are we even building this tower for? Are we gonna give it away to our grandchildren? And I said yes. So I assume it all kind of tied together. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, you get everything to a certain point, then they add more stone sinks, right? And then if you want to stay at the level you're at, you feel the compulsion to spend more, and then what happens is some people are like, I'm out. Hey, Sar, how you doing? Oh, Sar, I screwed up. Hold on. So that's what I feel like happened, is the stone sinks were just too much, and they quit. But it's impossible to say, But I just feel like the time lined up. For me, it's like, I don't know, it's one of those things, right? I'm okay with just hanging out and trying my best, you know what I mean? We're actually getting close, guys. We're probably 3 tournaments away from my friend Golden Tower Plus. Oh, whoops. I knew I forgot something. I was in kind of a rush today, sorry. I got kind of behind. That's okay. We're all just because I forgot to turn it on. It's there now. I was almost there. Yeah, we were just wondering if anybody had seen Black Turtle Rabbit Pink. Now, I did get a comment from Matthew Camp. Maybe Camper's coming back. Maybe he completed his lineman training, because remember he was in college to be a lineman? Not a lineman in football, but a lineman for the power company. So maybe he's coming back. Yeah, he commented on my video. He said, like, yeah, I'm back. He commented on my video. I'm like, nice. I mean, he just had to go to lineman college, remember? And that was like a couple months. And we told him, just put some long labs on. You know, if you decide to come back, you'll have some big long labs done. So you get like a little bonus, you know what I mean? No. He's going to be working for the power company. The lineman is just what they call the first line. It's like not really the first line of defense, but it is kind of the first line of defense because you're the guy that climbs the poles, inspects the lines, and does all that kind of stuff. My uncle actually worked for the power company, and he was a lineman. And so did my other uncle. It's kind of funny because when my dad's family was growing up, the power company was one of the best places to work. So, but they had a rule, because what happened is, he told me, is basically like 4 brothers all worked for the power company or something like that. And what happened was, let me get the gems before somebody pauses the stream. And what happened during that was like, there was an incident and like 3 of them died or something like that. So they ended up making a rule that only 1 brother could work for the power company. So what happened is, how my 2 uncles worked for the power companies. One of my uncles worked for the power company. He worked for FP&L. And my other my uncle went to Tampa and he worked for TECO. So that's how they got around that rule. I don't, you know, that it's kind of crazy that was a rule. What do you think of, Nick? Yeah, I started Swamp Rend 2 Genesis because I'm like, you know, I really should be doing these Poison Swamp labs. Hey, Rocket Man, how you doing? I don't know how, you know, Tower, I don't know how true it is or if it's an urban legend. But that's just what I was told. Because I asked my dad why he didn't go into, you know, go work for the power company. He said, yeah, you couldn't if one of your family members already worked for it. No, Nick, I thought that was a thing. That's not a thing anymore. That was never a thing. Yeah, I thought there was like a cooldown to prevent guild hopping and all that when it first came out, but that was just a rumor. That was not a thing. Hey, Ned, how you doing? How are the twins? All right. We're going to be on point today. See, I took a nap. That's why I'm on point. I took a nap. Wow, a month! Oh, so you had the twins right around Memorial Day weekend. Wow. And you know what next weekend is, guys? It's 4th of July weekend. You gotta blow up part of your country. Oh. Yeah, it's exactly a month. Wow, congratulations, Ned. "17 years, 11 months to go." You know, that's a great question. Yeah, 4th of July is my tower anniversary. Imagine that. I was wondering on the 4th of July, what am I gonna do with this day off? And I found the tower. The Red Castle is the guild. Oh, Ned's the day after. That's hilarious. I don't know, Tower, that there'll be a stream. Mostly because I would be planning to do the stream the next day. Hey, Faust, how you doing? So there's certainly going to be a July 5th stream. I don't understand, Nick. You have me so confused. Like, the guild is the Red Castle. Oh, thank you, Fox. Yes, please do like the stream. It does help out a lot. I mean, at some point, right, the 4th of July is going to be on a Saturday. And then we will do the stream on the 3rd year on the anniversary. There's sometimes it's going to be on a Wednesday too. And so we will hit the anniversary stream on that day. I just don't know about doing a tower stream anniversary when I'm going to do a stream. Yeah, Ned. It's all for Ned's anniversary. That's right. So we have a 2 out of 7 chance of streaming on the anniversary. Yeah, that's the Red Castle. It was somebody made a fake thing. Somebody did a fake thing on Reddit. Somebody made a fake FUDS account that said it was real. I fell for it. Said that, hey guys, the Red Castle is going to be in the next update. Then somebody informed me that that wasn't FUD's real account. It was a fake FUDS account. Oh, nice, Ned. Then I was like, whoops, I got guys. I'm sorry. Then it was real. Yeah, damage in demon mode going, Ned, is gonna rocket you up a lot. Especially since you already have like Spotlight Missile to a point. Yeah, so Nick, I'll stream for your tower anniversary. How about that? I don't know what I'm gonna do 4th of July weekend. Oh wow, oh wait, you didn't have... I didn't know you didn't have 4th Spotlight, Ned. Whoops. Yeah, 4th Spotlight, that's a little oversight on my part that you didn't have that. That'll help out a lot. What are your options, Nick? Yeah, 4th Spotlight, it's going to be pretty huge. And of course, Coin Mastery is another 30% multiplicative. Orb Mastery, I don't actually know how good Orb Mastery is, but I know I have it. Oh, congrats on your 30 quintillion. I have like 1 quintillion or so. Oh, you know what? I do owe you guys a coin update. I'll have to remember to post that after the stream. Is it 4%? I thought it was 40%. But I don't think you get the full benefit of that. Like, Orb Mastery is a 40% multiplier, but not everything's gonna hit you. Your orbs just don't hit everything. Oh, okay, you can get Chain Lightning. Okay, you'll get Chain Lightning when you're ready. That's good. And that is it. Hopefully you got in the tournament, because now it is closed. I would be surprised if it's that good for tier 14, but I have it, so it's like, welcome to the blender. I'm just so happy because I have coins. Oh, congrats on your bigger hole, Nick. I do know that tier 14 it helps. Yeah, exactly. It can be a 40% at most if you hit everything. I don't think that's possible unless it stacks, right? And I don't think something getting hit twice like makes it stack. You know what I mean, Faust? Like if an orb hits something, like if your black hole hits something twice, it's not like you get double the coins, you know? Yeah, that's what I figured, but I was just saying, like, hypothetically, right? That would be the only way for it to be more than 40%, is that it would have to apply more than once, which it doesn't do. Because if it hit everything, yeah. Even if GT Plus did do strange stuff to multi, right? Like if it multied to multi. Hold on, I need to actually pay attention here. I'm just gonna, you know what? Let's just we'll play it safe. The thing is, even if multi to multi, multiplication is transitive, right? There's a transitive property of multiplication. So even if you have 2 to the n times 1.4, the result will always be 1.4. Yeah. At least we made it this far. That's pretty good. Well, Nick, imagine you had a 10-meter table, and you're on one side of the table, and between frames, you move 11 meters between frames, okay? So on one frame, you're going to be on one side of the table, and on the next frame, you're going to be on the other side of the table, and you skip the collision with the table entirely. Now, if you reduce the game speed down to half, now you're moving 5.5 meters between frames. So on one frame, you're on one side of the table. On the next frame, you're in the middle of the table, and the game is forced to resolve the collision between you and the table. Thank you, Sora, again. Woo! Hey, Ethan, how you doing? Thank you, guys. Gather around and hear the tale of the table. Oh, you were able to finish it, Ethan. Congrats. I won't. I don't think I can remove those. It's only the ones that have a custom thing. I still can't believe that happened, but it's like, what do you say? Well, congrats on your excellent dagger. Wait, that's odd. Oh, no, it's not odd. Wait, really, Faust? You can't... Oh, that's sad. I still laugh at that email you got, Ned. YouTube sent him a great email like, your super chat got moderated, but you can't do anything to get the money back. Too bad, so sad. He got an email because I accidentally moderated his super chat. Oof, Crowbar. You know, I still have to do the stream with... Thank you, Foss. Thank you. I still have to do the stream. This Crowbar Zero sent me something. Oh, did it? Thank you, Foss. See, the thing is, like, you can, like, the one Foss did, you can like it. And so I see the likes, and I was trying to like it, and it opened up the moderation menu. Like, what the hell? No, I'm not trying to moderate. I'm trying to like it. Thank you. Yeah, Ethan, that fire quest is why they added that new set of Dark Divinities. Because you have to kill 20 million guys. See, sorry, you have a lot to look forward to. Assuming you recognize that Ethan is talking about Idol Slayer. But Ethan, like, it's just, you know, you just... Ethan, have you hit Idol Overcharge or not? Like, you just get Idol Overcharge eventually, and it's just like, okay, I just close the game. Oh, you know what? That's you, Ethan, you make a great point. I can open the game. Okay, well, Idol Overcharge will... for now, you just have to kind of, like, just do what you can, right? You got 3 quests, and that one's... You know, I don't know if that one carries over. Oh, thank you, Nick. Yes, please do like the stream. It does help out a lot. Yeah, you made me realize I can go get my quests. Complete 2 bonus stages. I don't like that one. Complete 8 bonus stage sections. Alright, fine. That's the same. I re-rolled it into the same thing. Cool. Alright, we're gonna go to the Mystic Valley. Yeah, sometimes I forget, but basically when the tournament closes, this also opens. All right. Well, thank you, Fost. You have a great night and happy farming, and try not to get cooked. Do you guys have a heat dome over there? Because we are apparently having a heat dome in the United States. I don't notice because I live in Florida, it's always cooked. I will say that, like, I've lived in Florida long enough for it to feel like it keeps getting worse. Whether or not it's actually getting worse, it's, like, hard to say. Okay, so you're having a heat dome. Maybe. Or a heat wave. You're at least having a heat wave. Oh, really? Where's she going to Florida? $37 on a good day? Jeez. And you know what temperature it is for Maria? I think it's like 10 Celsius for Maria in the summer. At least right now. At any time, the weather can change for Maria. It's been like 10 Celsius for her. It's been that cold. At least I think it's 10 Celsius. I think that's right. It's about, she told me 50 Fahrenheit, because she converts everything into American units for me. She knows I don't know her fancy units. Yeah, I heard it's awful. I've lived long enough in the same area that I remember it getting worse and worse. I need about 800 stones, Ned, so about 3 tournaments. You know, depending on how this one goes. It kind of depends. I might be able to get it in 2. It's really close. Because it's 2,600 and I have 18 something right now. Tower, probably not. I don't know, because I never did Devo at that level. So I'm pretty close. I think I already got my super box this week. Oh, congrats, Rocket Man. Somebody in my comments was already making 2 quadrillion a day, farming tier 14, and they only had GT plus 5, and I'm like, wow. I got 4th spotlight before GT plus. See, Tower, that, like, I went up to, like, I don't know, 15 or 16. I feel like it didn't mess anything up for me. But I also had perma black hole, because once you have perma black hole, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I was surprised too, because like GT plus 5 and you're farming that's crazy. No, Ethan, I haven't seen the Steam summer sale. At least I don't recall anything that I have on my wish list going on sale. I mean, perma black hole, Tower, is the goal, but you need to get perma black hole in the right way, right? It needs to be in the right way where that the cooldown still is in sync with your golden tower cooldown. So usually what you do is you drop everything to 150 seconds cooldown, Death Wave, Golden Tower, and Black Hole. Oh, okay. Oh, well, there's the boss. The boss showed up and killed me. How nice of him. Yeah, and then you just save up and get it down to 50 seconds, so you're almost there, yeah. And 4th place, I didn't think we were going to get 3rd and 2nd. Oh, can you imagine being Zerodox 5 waves away from Zach here? And Ragno's gonna take it. I've never seen Ragno before. So yeah, this is about where I expected it was gonna end up. And it ended up, I exceeded my expectations. Wait. Oh, okay, I can't read. Yeah, I already got that buck. So I'm at 1841. Tower, because I don't feel like Energy Net Mastery is really going to help me if I die to bosses. Like realistically, the amount of stones I'd spend on Energy Net Mastery, I'd be better off getting the 3 extra quantity of Inner Landmines and putting some of it in Inner Landmine cooldown versus Energy Net Mastery. Or there's a plethora. Holy crap! Okay, Ned. I guess we're doing that. Wait. I won't delete it, don't worry. Holy thanks, Ned. Whoa. Wait, I'm still gonna be short. Like... Alright, hold on. I have to try and do this right. Hold on. Oh, that's right. I gotta go through Rick Swallow. Which means I have to do this correct. Hold on. Where is... Oh, hold on. I have to do, wait, before we do this, hold on. I have to do my labs. Like, legitimately. Yeah, I'm gonna be short 9. No, I'm not gonna delete. Look, I learned my lesson, Nick. It was an accident. Yeah, I was thinking I just grabbed the packing game. After I do my labs. I'm gonna be short 9 stones, which is funny. Alright, let's get this. Okay, good. We're almost done with this max rend multiplier, so that'll be nice. Wait, when you say event store, hold on, let me make sure I set my timer for the lab too, because last thing I want to do is forget to set the timer and then I'm all out of sync. Because I've done that while we were streaming and I forget to set the timer and then I mess up my time and now there's no forgiveness anymore in this game. Yeah, I'll have it in the tournament when the tournament's over. All right, hold on. I should just grab the store one, right? Like, there's no difference between this and Xwalla. All right, hold on. Let me very carefully do this and not like I'm not gonna mess it up this time. Let me go ahead and pick. Oh wait. Oh, okay. The store's cheap. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, hold on. Let me get the link then. That's right, it gives me more gems. Hey, Henrik, how you doing? All right, let's see. Uh-oh, the screen went away. All right, there we go. All right, I have Xwalla up. Okay. Polo is forever sad, Ethan, because he is on a date with that girl. And apparently, when you're on a date with a girl and you give her a severed head, or in this case, 20,000 severed heads, it doesn't impress the girl. I don't know, you know, I figured she would be impressed, right? Hold on, I have to actually find my... Where did it go? I'll be right back. Oh, congrats, Tower. I'm not spoiling it, Tsar. You'll get there. Like, hold on. I had to find my... No, that's awesome, Ned. And thank you again. Okay. Ghetto has GT14 too. Any minute now. I guess we can go ahead and switch back. There we go. Thank you, Ned. The store was just a little slow. Now we are 9 stones away. How stubborn. What was I gonna get? 71. Oh, I don't have enough for anything. I don't think I need more cells. Oh, you know, I could get more skip. Yeah, it's a little delayed. Wait, wave 10K? Holy, sorry, I was a little behind. I had to go find my wallet. There we go. We'll get some more skips just to make things interesting. I could actually. Do I just do it? This one time? Maybe spend 900. Shot through the heart. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna grab the 15 stones. And they're there. Okay, good. Now we can get it. Yeah, Ampy's jealous, just so you know. It's alright, I'll get more. Ampy, just relax. That was a great idea, by the way, whoever thought of that. That was a great idea. Yeah! Alright, finally, GT12! Alright, so now we can go cook. So, farm spec. So this will be the first farm with... Okay, we gotta switch this out. No. There we go. The first farm with GT12. It actually doesn't even really, oh yeah, I guess I can upgrade my module. Hold on, I can fix it. Yeah, it's only 7 quadrillion. And I haven't quite gotten to 4,500 on this. We've gotten to 3,500. It's crazy, because it's gonna just, it's like I make stones now. But not stones. I make coins now, so I can buy more stuff in Workshop Plus, so I get more coins. It's so nice. No, actually, Tower, we're not going for GT13 next. As much as I want to go for GT13 next, well, first off, I have to get duration, right? So, like, the next levels are going to be duration. Because my duration is 67 seconds right now. I need to get it up to 70. Okay, good night, Foss. Thank you for watching and happy farming. And, so my plan was I get GT12. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the premise of the game, Nick. You are correct, but, you know. There we go. Alright, I got that set. So now I have to remember what I was going to do. I think I was going to get... See, I think I was torn between getting the inner landmines thing. and the chrono field slow, because I need to get the extra chrono field slow, and I also need to get the inner landmines things just to kind of give me a little bit more crowd control. I probably should just get the slow, I think. Like, I have been thinking about what to do with this for a while. Yeah, you don't want to run enemy balance on tournament unless you're like where some people are, where they just take their farm spec and they just do their farm spec in the tournament. There are people at that level of the game where they just like don't care because they're going to get first place anyways. Yeah, it's difficult to choose. I mean, it's still technically bad. You're not going to get a personal best by doing it. You're just basically saying, like, I do, like, the tournament just, like, it doesn't matter how I do in the tournament, I'm just going to win. You know? Like, getting, like, the difference between 3,000 waves and 4,000 waves is still first place, is effectively what you're saying when you do that, Nick. Sorry, I'm trying to do something else at the same time. We get to... Okay, there. I am hoping that we actually get extra workshop levels in the next update, to be honest with you. Oh, you just sent it? Yeah, see, like, you get to a point in the game where you can just send it. Yeah, at this point, I am just saving up for whatever's next. The next update, really. I don't know that they're adding more workshop levels, but that's like, they haven't done that in a long time. Hey Ghetto, how you doing? I should get 4th, which is awesome. Ghetto, you also missed it. Ned donated 50 bucks, so I got a stone pack, and this is the first run with GT12. We're polishing that golden tower. You're gonna save up for SM? You want Chain Lightning, Nick. You had your chance to get SM, and you got Poison Swamp instead. And honestly, all things considered, Poison Swamp actually isn't that bad now, so there's that. Yeah, pretty much. SM's like, the issue with SM is it's effectively, like, the thing is, it's dead because of how good Chain Lightning, and because you have to have Chain Lightning for Dim Core, right? You're better off sinking Death Wave cooldown with Black Hole and Golden Tower, Nick, versus picking up Chain Lightning. You need that economy. Yeah, but economy always wins out, Nick, especially where you are, right? Because economy for you is, I can buy more things in the shop. I can do more things in the Workshop Plus, maybe, if you have that unlocked. You're going to get further from coins because you have more coin upgrades to get. And it takes so many stones to, and plus, where you're at, Nick, you can survive off EHP, right? You could use EHP all the way up to Champions League. So there's no point to rush into damage until you're in Champions League. Yes, it would. Because the Deathwave cooldown gives you a coin bonus. So yes, syncing Deathwave cooldown with Black Hole and Golden Tower would help. That's what I was saying. That's a much better choice over Chain Lightning. Like, Chain Lightning is nice, but you don't have, like, the stone economy where you can invest in Chain Lightning. And for you to get the stone economy to invest in Chain Lightning, you need to be in Champions League, really. And to get to Champions League, you can get it through EHP. So your best investment is to work towards EHP. And for some reason, Nick, you took 2.5 months off the game. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, once you get to Legends, you shift out of EHP. But you have to get to Legends first. Because you have to have... As long as you're sorry, Nick, that's all that matters. You know I'm just giving you a hard time, right? Yeah, but I mean, you see, the thing is, Nick, it's like I told you, right? If you get busy and you can't play, that's cool. But what you should do is not be Devo so you can just send runs, right? That's why I never did Devo, because if I got busy, right, I can't babysit. Hold on, let me get the gems before you pause the stream. Because if I got busy, right, when I could have gone Devo, Devo requires so much micromanagement that I can't just send a run. You know, so like if I wanted to do something else, like I can't do it with Devo. So that's why I never went Devo. It's not I had anything against Devo. Devo was the best strategy. It's just like Devo is a can of worms in and of itself. Like if you can't micro every run, you don't want to be Devo. That's kind of what I'm getting at, Nick. Like I understand you get more coins from Devo, but if you can't play Devo 24/7, don't Devo. Does that make sense? Yeah, exactly. Just play the game, just send it. And I'm glad to see, Ned, that you're going to start rocketing up the ranks, because I know you've been working on your economy and everything for a really long time to get there. Yeah, because like if you like, especially with your life, Nick, with you being busy and you like have soccer camp and you have this and you have that. If you're not Devo, you can start a run and just let the run go on, you know, while you're doing your thing outside, you know? Yeah, we are basically doing, like, I'm not doing Devo, but like with the damage reduction, Henrik, the range manipulation, all those things. Yeah, you're technically running Devo, but you're running a Devo you don't have to micro. Yeah, football, sorry, whatever. Football, soccer, whatever, same thing. We basically end up, like, I haven't tried the range thing, Henrik, but I haven't done... you know, I haven't done the free ups mastery yet. That's the one I haven't done yet. Yeah, I assume Ghetto at some point I'm gonna have to drop it down, because you use like base range plus the range card, right, Ghetto? But regardless, Nick, I would just say get out of Devo and just play the just full send it. Nick, you gotta prove yourself. Nick, you gotta play the game. You gotta start grinding, buddy. Nick, you gotta remember, you took a 2.5-month vacation after you got that big stone pack surprise, so you gotta remember these things. I think like I said, Nick, your vacation was because you got talked into doing Devo and you just can't commit to doing Devo. Did you at least run your tournaments during that 2.5 months? Did you at least like do your tournaments and stuff? You just couldn't farm? Like, were you at least able to keep doing researches and stuff like that? Like, so it wasn't entirely a dead 2.5 months, or did your tower just sit there and rot for 2.5 months? Okay, all right. That's certainly a choice, Nick. Now, see, like, now you have to realize you've made some choices, and that's why 1 to 100 doesn't exist anymore. Well, at least you did your researches. That's good. But you still should have done your tournaments. But, you know, I understand you were busy. But again, that's why I'm saying... That's why I'm saying, though, Nick, that what you want to do is get out of Devo. You don't deserve it. Nobody deserves it. You just got to get... You got to realize your limits, right? It's why I never did Devo. You can watch all my videos, and I talked specifically about how I didn't do Devo because it was too much micro. I specifically talked about that in every video. Because so many people, you look through the comments, you'll see so many people like, why aren't you doing Devo? What do you mean you're just sending your tower full strength? And the biggest reason I didn't do Devo is because I didn't want to micro. Like, I didn't want to micro the game. I don't know how else to put it. Because I assumed like you found out that if I get busy or something and I want to just send my tower on I can't just send my tower on a run. Yeah, exactly, Clouded. You just need to get to the point where you're doing like 12-hour runs or 14-hour runs or whatever, Nick, and then you're good. Yeah, so many people, Rocket Man, wanted me to do Devo, and I'm just like... Because my thing was, Devo requires so much micromanagement, I'm like, I'm going to screw it up. Like, why am I trying to get myself into trouble with messing up the micromanagement for Devo? You know? Ned, once you get enough keys, you can just turn on the, you can just turn on the damage thing like I'm doing. Yeah, Nick got talked into Devo, and I know that the person talking him into it was like right from a coin perspective, but wrong from Nick's schedule perspective. Okay, 30 meters sounds amazing. I'm not ready for that yet. I mean, I guess I am technically ready for... Well, I'd have to do free up mastery. No, Nick, you don't get a choice to do that. You have to do other things first. And Nick, why do you care about workshop presets? Just like by the time, look, Nick, by the time you get keys, you're not doing Devo anyways, so workshop presets don't even matter. The only reason you would want workshop presets, he didn't screw you. Christian's advice was good, but what Christian's advice ignores, Nick, is that you have a lot going on in your life. You have school, you have things like this. So, like, when you consider those things, Nick, and you can't, like, Nick, your fundamental thing is you're a kid, and as a kid, you do not have control over your schedule. That's just how it works as a kid. And as a kid, since you don't have control over your schedule, you shouldn't really be playing Devo because you're going to have all these other obligations get in the way. And that's really why you can't do Devo. Is because you're not in full control of your schedule. And honestly, Nick, part of the thing I'm against Devo for you is it's not like you can, like, were you even at like 10-hour runs? Were you even doing 10-hour runs? Because I don't even think you were up to 10-hour runs yet. But this is why I'm such a vocal anti-Devo advocate. Because like Devo seduces you with that initial better coin output. And then it's like, wow, Devo's amazing. I'm making all these extra coins. But then what happens is you get burnout from getting those extra coins, which is what happened. And then eventually you graduate in the game and you don't need Devo. Like the game Devos itself. $700? Wow, you're almost getting a quintillion. Yeah, my runs at one point were like 14 hours, I want to say, Ned. Wait, Ned, did you finish Intro Sprint Mastery, or are you working on that one? He's 800 quadrillion, almost a quintillion? Also, how do you maintain things? Like with Devo, like doing Devo, like how do you even do a tournament? Because Devo is like awful for tournaments. You could never have too many coins. Oh, really? You think it'll be, well, you know, next month's almost here, so. Oh, okay. I didn't know you didn't have auto rerun yet. Auto rerun is so huge. Oh my god, I love that. I honestly thought that was going to be in our first Vault of Harmony, but then it was in the second. Okay, so it takes you 100, but how long are your runs, Nick? Like, what is the duration? Like, if you start a run, how long does it take before you die? Auto rerun is the best thing that's happened. Like, Nick is sitting there thinking about presets. He doesn't need presets. He needs auto rerun. Yeah, I have Intro Sprint Max. That's why it goes up to 1800. Trust me, if I could get more Intro Sprint, I would. Okay, so you're like at 6 to 8. That's pretty good. So at least you're at a... Oh, I missed your question. You set your range to 30 in Devo simply because the way the game uses range is basically like screwed up. So when you run 30 meters versus I'm running 70 meters right now, I'm 69 and a half if you want to get specific. Your black hole is bigger. Everything is bigger. So I could run 30 meters and effectively everything in the game, all my bots, black hole, like Henrik said, all that stuff is twice as big. Hey Dugan, how you doing? So basically, the game is just better at 30 meters. And it's all because range doesn't scale right. If range scaled correctly, in my opinion, range doesn't scale right, Henrik. If range scaled correctly, you would just get that double bonus. There'd be no point to run 30 meters. It'd be the same, right? Like, hey Omega, how you doing? And congrats on your keys if you get 15th. I got GT12 very generously donated a stone pack, Ned did, and I was able to get GT12 today. Yeah, 30 meters is just super consistent. Plenty of things scale right, but they made range scale negative, right? Nothing scales with range. So since nothing scales well with range, you just want to run the smallest range. You want Spotlight, Dugan. Yep, exactly, Henrik. So game speed doesn't scale right, but you know what, Nick? It doesn't matter because faster is always better. Well, thank you, Omega. So like game speed is... Oh, you have Spotlight. Oh, okay, you got the big 4. Dugan, you have the big 4. Unless you're further than I think you are, but I thought you were still like kind of... Assuming you get optimal choices tower, yes, your 5th is Chain Lightning. Yeah, Mike. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put it on this. Sorry, I always forget that. And you have to remember, this is just 1905 right now, and I'm already at 66 trillion per minute. Already at 66 trillion. It used to be 40-ish. Henrik, I can't wait for the run history. I'll tell you that. I should get to about 30 to 30. I should get to about 3,000 to 3,500. Somewhere in there. I haven't exceeded 3,500 yet. You turned off your black hole. You don't have permanent black hole, it shotguns you, right? And we're getting 4th this time. You know, I don't remember... Oh, Henrik, you're here. Henrik, I'm at the second part of the vault. I should go to the right and grab the... I got 1647? Oh, sorry, 1640. I was close. I don't know where the 7 came from. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, Dugan, yeah, you're basically good for now with those 4. You'll work on upgrading them now. You need intro sprint mastery and probably auto rerun, Ned, and then you're good. You can give it a try once you get auto rerun. It'll be close. Sometimes Nick just does things. Oh, congrats, Omega. You're just 2 away. Well, 3, technically. Oh, Henrik, so I'm at the 2nd level of my vault. And if you go to the right, it's the free ups. I want to go to the right and grab the free ups %, correct? I asked that in my video. I wasn't sure. I was pretty sure because I screwed up last time and went up the center thinking I wanted to grab the damage in the center. And then somebody was like, you missed the coins per kill on the right. And I'm like, what? And then I went, and then I had to go back. I didn't want to make the same mistake again. How long did that last, Nick? Why would you turn the golden tower off? Oh, so it was just 1 run? Like, that's okay, you can live. 1 run, that's fine. Yeah, so Ned, you should be really close because auto rerun obviously locks it in almost. Okay, thank you, Henrik. You have a good night. Oh, let me get the gems before somebody pauses the stream. Like, if it was only 3,000 waves, that's not too bad. Nick, one time I forgot to switch to my tournament spec, and I farmed for like 2 days. I mean, excuse me. Forgot to switch back to my farm spec, and I farmed for like 2 days in my tournament spec. And I'm like, man, I'm really not getting a lot of coins. What's going on here? And so I click, I'm like, wait, my coin multiplier's down. I click it, and I see enhancement bonus inactive. I was like, oh my god, I was in a rush, and I didn't switch into my farm spec. And it was 2 days, or maybe it was a day. I don't know. I think it was 2 days. And then I calculated I lost like 60 quadrillion coins from that mistake. That was a big mistake. That was a big mistake. I felt like an idiot. Well, you know, the good news, Tower, is I realized it, and then I switched my spec. There was a tournament I did with my farm spec, Nick, but that only cost me 2 placements. I got 8th place instead of 6th. You're correct, that did happen. Amazingly, that has only happened, Nick, 1 time. Yeah, I was basically super late, and I just rushed. You were exactly correct, and I rushed into the tournament. And I just forgot. And that, yep, that was the thing that happened. Honestly, one of the things I do hope that they add is an actual farm and tournament spec. That would be so nice. I would really like that. Yeah, Nick, but was it so late that you couldn't do it again? Because for me, not only did I go in with my farm spec, it was so late I couldn't switch. It was a bummer. Oh, okay. I figured you remember that part. I remember the one, not because I recorded my tournaments, but because it was just too late. Like, there was nothing I could do. Because otherwise, right, Nick, I would have just ended the run. I'd been like, look at me going in with my farm spec. Let me switch and do it again, right? Wow, 70 trillion already. Oh, this is gonna be nice. This is gonna be good. I know. When Christian does it, he gets first place. Yeah, there was one time when I actually went into the tournament, I paused the tournament. Like, I paused my game in the tournament, and then I started it, like, at 8:30 or something like that, because I didn't want you guys to miss the beginning. It wasn't an hour and a half, it was like half an hour. It was half an hour to 40, well, I'll say this, it was half an hour to an hour at most. There was also the time I just started the tournament and then I started it too. I know one time I was like, excuse me, I was just running late. Yeah, I think I went to do, I don't remember what I went to do. Like, I had to do something, and there was a reason, like, why I did that. Because, like, I might have got busy with, it might have been I got busy, because, like, usually the way my day ends is I work until about 6:30, right? The tournament ends at 8, so I have an hour and a half. That's what I have if I want to get anything done before I stream. All right, thank you, Ghetto. You have a great evening and happy farming. So with that kind of constraint, Nick, I have an hour and a half to kind of do anything I need to do. So it's kind of a tight constraint, right? Like, I don't have a ton of time. And I think there's been a couple nights where I had to work late. Like I know the school day ends and it ends and you don't understand the concept of working late. But it's kind of like detention. So I had to work late or something, and then I was like, shoot, I really want to get this other thing done. Was it only 2 times? Because I know one time I did the tournament on Tuesday because I had somebody coming to visit, and they were staying with me. And no, it's not what you think. It was a family member. Don't get excited. And so I couldn't run the tournament on Wednesday. So they were staying with me. So it was just like, I couldn't do the tournament. Like, while they were here. There would have been too much noise in the background. And I think the other time on Tuesday was I had something. I can't help it. I'm just me, Tower. What can I say? Yeah, I just wanted to be extremely clear in case you thought it was I had a hot date on a Wednesday. No. It was a family member that was with me, okay? That was actually the funniest thing I've ever had about my life. Yeah, there might have been something where I had to do the tournament late because of another game came out. No, I don't have a stepsister, Omega, but thank you for thinking I did. Well, the point is, Nick, my mind went there. But no, it's just funny. Like, there was a time in my life, Nick, when I was in super good shape and everybody thought I was doing really well at dating and all this stuff, and I'm just laughing internally because, like, even though I'm in such good shape, it's like, yeah, don't worry, guys, my dating life is just as dead as it was before I got into shape. Don't worry. Now you have me kind of curious. But that would be really hard to figure out what an early tournament. Because I know the one time was like, one of my family members came to stay up with me. like, I know I was like, guys, I can't do the tournament on Wednesday. We had a whole discussion about it on Saturday. And so they were like, hey, how about Tuesday? I'm like, well, okay, I'll try Tuesday. It ended up being late on Tuesday because I didn't want to queue up like right when the tournament opened. You know, I probably could find it because it would have been a late stream. Now you have me curious what the other time was. Hey, Christian, how you doing, man? Look who made it! I should be able to find it super easily. Well, I say super easily when I've been streaming for I don't know how long. Wait, what happened on June 5th? Oh, that was just a long stream. Oh, congrats on getting high, dude. I heard that helps. How's it going, man? Yeah, congrats on getting high. I knew you had it in you to get high. I'm flipping through my history to find out when I betrayed and did the stream odd. What'd you dream about, dude? It couldn't be any weirder than a dream I had about a lake of blood. Like, that dream was so weird, I woke up and texted the dream to Maria. Okay, wait a second. That is really weird. Was it in March? It wasn't in March. It doesn't make sense. Oh, Christian, I got GT12. Oh, damn, Christian. I'm sorry, Kate Upton. You know, Kate Upton should be your nurse. March 29th. No, March 29th was a Saturday. Okay, I just can't do the math. Thank you! I'm very excited to see the results of it. Oh, hold on. I gotta grab the gems before somebody pauses the stream. We're all doing good. I'm hungry. I'll need to go get something to eat, but you know that's just how it goes. He's not just high, he's higher than a kite, Nick. You gotta understand the levels of high here. He's blitzed out of his mind. We did a bonus stream when Guilds came out. Oh man, they giving you a hard time for getting high, man? I'm glad to see you loving life, man. The doctors, Nick, like Doctor Who. Oh, really, Christian? That sounds like super ominous. Oh! The other time, Nick, was New Year's Eve. It was New Year's Eve. That was the other time. Not to take away from Christian and his doctors. It was before New Year's? Well, New Year's was a time I did it on Tuesday. Well, I hope whatever you got checked out, Christians, everything's good. That's good. I'm glad it's nothing serious. I would hate for it to be something serious, you know? It's good vibes all around. Oh, and apparently I also did it on Tuesday on the day before Christmas for obvious reasons, because of Christmas. At least I hope Christmas is an obvious reason to stream the day before. Now I'm really confused because I'm almost positive, like, I had somebody come to visit this year, and I can't find the when that happened. I'm almost positive my relative came to visit, like, I don't remember when. Why is there not a search button? Wait, it would have been in April. It was in April. That's right, it was in April. Why did I not see it? I remember now. It would have been... I want to say April 2nd. But I did stream on April 2nd. Oh, did I stream so late on April 2nd? Well, that's good, Christian. Do you want to join the guild again, Christian? Are you, like, back, or are you just hanging? Wow, Sar! Damn, Sar's quicker than me, I guess. I think this is the one. I don't understand why it says this on April 2nd. Well, I had to extend the offer, Christian. I hope you know. It would have been rude for me not to. Are you still farming? Are you unhallucinated enough where you can farm? I don't know how. I don't know what your status is with the game. That's why I'm asking. Like, how big is the break? I guess is the better way to put it, right? Oh, damn. You gotta get an emulator, man. Yeah, it was April 2nd. Oh, you're not allowed to have your computer with you? Wow. That's kind of wild. Can't have it overnight? Who makes these rules, Christian? Anti-computer people? I mean, the only reason, Nick, would be if he's constantly in an MRI, which he shouldn't constantly be in an MRI. You can't do that. I had to have an MRI once when I got in a car accident, and they were very strict. Oh, oh, really? So you're like RoboCop? Okay. So you're like the Terminator. Though he was more computer than person, but you know. That's a lot of computer power. Yeah, SAR wants music, so I have to find something nice and chill to play in the background. Actually, I found this out a while ago. I mean, he's just got to plug his phone in and just let the game play itself, SAR. That's all he needs to do is keep the power going to the phone so he can run his phone. I don't know if they let him do that, though. See, I would totally be telling the nurse that looks like Kate Upton, being like, look, I got this phone game, okay? We need to make sure the phone game keeps playing while I'm hooked up to all these other computers. And then I'd be like, you're so beautiful, you look like Kate Upton, you know that? So, I would assume that patient comfort counts for something. I don't know how it is over there. I know how it is, like, at least in the US, so the doctor, he can be an asshole. about your coverage and stuff like that. But usually the nurse is the advocate. The nurse, in this case, Kate Upton, is supposed to be the advocate for the patient. I know, Christian. I'm just trying to have some fun. I'm just trying to have some fun, okay? I mean, that was close enough. It is a certain degree, but some things are more important than a game. That's very close. Like, you missed an it's, but, like, that could just be your phone. So, like at least in the US, like, the patient being in a good mood and stuff like that seems to matter a lot. So that would be something they would try to accommodate. It was autocorrect. At least the one time I had to go to the hospital, that's what happened. The doctor was a total asshole and, like, was such a bitch. Like, the doctor that I had was, like, so bitchy about everything. But the nurse was very, like, because the doctor was like, oh, it's your fault that you're having this problem because of your lifestyle. I'm like, wow, way to judge me while I'm in the ER. And they were, like, extremely condescending towards me. It was like, I couldn't believe it. Okay, I couldn't believe how much of an asshole the doctor was to me. But the nurse was great. Yeah, like, I went to the hospital because I thought I was having a heart attack. Like, I thought that it was possible that I was gonna die. And I was like, well, you know, I made my peace with everything. And I'm like, well, you know, what happens, happens. And the doctor was like, oh, you like, the doctor was basically almost like, you deserve to die. I'm like, oh, thanks. I did not get that see-through uniform. I did get the front cover. No, I didn't die, obviously. The doctor was wrong. The doctor, but, like, I couldn't believe what an asshole the doctor was. I know what you meant. You did not erect something. Yeah, so, like, I think I don't remember if I had to change or not. I think I did because I wanted to put a heart monitor on me. And they ended up saying, like, we think it was your neck. Your neck had you had nutcracker esophagus or something. Your heart's fine. I'm like, thanks. And then I left. And then I got a bill like a month later, and you know what? I did the most American thing ever. I decided not to pay the hospital. And to this day, I just never paid it. Yes, there you go, Sar. There you go. That hard, yep. Standing at full attention, yes. No, it's actually, they didn't sue me, Nick. It's actually extremely unpopular if hospitals try to sue patients to collect money. So I gambled, and it just basically went to collections. Collections sent me some letters, and I just also ignored the letters, and then nobody got any money. Hey, Mike, how you doing? It does negatively impact your credit, Nick, but I wasn't going to make a major purchase at the time. And if I was going to make a major purchase, I was willing to gamble with having to fix my credit history in case I did. What do you want, Omega? Like, I weighed my options, Omega, and I decided that that was the best option I could come up with. I certainly wasn't going to end up like what happened to my friend, where he ended up going to the hospital. Okay, Christian, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the machines that you're connected to and you have a good rest. And I guess you can't farm, but you'll farm in spirit. And tell your Kate Upton nurse I said hello, okay, Christian? Good night. Yeah, sleep tight. Don't let the robots bite. Damn, Mike. So close, but so far. I actually remember talking to a lot of people about it when it happened. And, like, so many people were like, I never even considered doing that. And I'm like, well, I just have to survive for 7 years. And if I survive for 7 years without needing to use my credit history, it doesn't matter, right? And they're like, yes, that is actually true. And so that's what I did. Yeah, Tower, it happened. So that person is in Champion probably because they forgot to run the tournament. It's called you queue up for the tournament and then you forget to actually do the tournament. I mean, that's usually what it is, Tower, is somebody forgot to do the tournament. Oops. There was, it happened on Reddit like last week, and it was so funny because they're like, somebody was just like you, like, why is this guy in my Champions League? And the top reply was Ghetto being like, this is what happens when you queue up for a tournament and forget to do the tournament. Yep, exactly, Nick. I even replied to somebody that was like, there's somebody in my bracket doing this. And I replied with, don't worry. Yeah, that happens too. Like, there's all kind of stories on the Reddit about like, yeah, I meant to do my tournament, but I got high instead. You know, because it's Saturday, right? Like, people get high on Saturday. Christian was here and he was high and he probably didn't do his tournament. Well, Nick, remember, don't do drugs, because if you do drugs, you're going to miss your tournament. Yeah, I feel like it happens. Alcohol is also a drug. It's a legal drug, but it's still a drug. So again, you don't want to get, well, I mean, so like at least with the, well, no, because here's the thing, Nick. You queue up for the tournament Saturday morning. You decide to go out and get drunk. Are you going to remember while you're drunk that you need to do your tournament? No. Well, if you do your tournament before you do drugs, then you still shouldn't do drugs. I'll tell you this, Nick. Drugs are overrated, okay? And I know that that means a lot from somebody who's never done drugs, doesn't even drink. Like, I don't even drink, Nick. I've had maybe 30 beers in my entire life, okay? So I realize that my advice is from somebody who just, like, never had an interest in drugs or alcohol is kind of rich, but just don't do it. I'll tell you this, like, the easiest way to not drink is to never start. So, like, that would be my advice to you. Don't start drinking. Because if you don't start drinking, you don't have to quit drinking. And it's the quitting drinking that's the harder part. Well, Nick, you need to stop asking for some alcohol. Instead, you should be not wanting to drink, because then you'll never need to drink. I have no idea, Nick. I know that there's going to be 11 or 19 to 21 tier. I have no idea what's going to be in the update. Yeah, 30 beers in my life, so it might be closer to 40 or 50. Basically, Sar, I was drinking, and, like, for obviously a very brief part of my life. And I didn't really enjoy drinking. Like, I don't enjoy the taste of beer. I didn't enjoy the feeling of being drunk. Yo, Nick, that's certainly a choice. And so, Sar, after I did that, and I was like, I think it was like a month. And I was like, you know, I don't even really enjoy this. I struggle with food already. Let's just not drink at all. Oh, hey, Fat, congratulations on second. Wow, you got 4,500 in tier 18? Damn, Fat. Okay, you have exceeded me tremendously. So honestly, the funny story, Tower, when I was a kid, and when I was a kid, my friends were starting to smoke, right? My brother smoked. He smoked intermittently. He would, like, smoke for a little bit, stop, smoke for a little bit, stop. When I think I was in middle school. And my friends we were out playing basketball, because my friends like to play basketball. I was never a big fan about basketball. My friends like to play basketball, so I was playing basketball. And my friend offered me, told me to take a puff of a cigarette, and I just couldn't do it. I'm sitting there as a kid in middle school holding this cigarette, right? And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, man, the last thing I need is to get addicted to smoking. I'm already addicted to video games. Like, how can I afford video games and cigarettes? And so I couldn't do it. I didn't want to smoke because I tried to fake taking a drag and gave the cigarette back. And I'm just sitting here internally like, how can I get into smoking? Like, where do you guys get the money to smoke? I did actually go to a cigar bar, Ned. I didn't smoke, obviously, but other people smoked while I was there. It wasn't for me. I just, you know. Yeah, Nick, you don't need to drink for anybody's sake. I just know I have an addictive personality, so that's part of the reason why I stayed away from all this stuff. Also, I'm cheap, right? So, like, cigarettes and cigars and alcohol, those are all expensive. I'll admit this, Fat. I do think, for whatever reason, smoking looks cool. And I, in fact, hate that smoking looks cool. And I can't understand, is it just the idea of smoking that looks cool? Or is it because we see celebrities smoking and they're cool, so we think it looks cool? I can't figure it out. Dude, Omega, I'm actually pissed because a lot of celebrities are smoking again. A lot of celebrities are smoking again. There was just an article I read the other day about all the celebrities that are smoking cigarettes. It honestly drives me nuts because I don't want smoking to be popular. I don't think anybody benefits from smoking. Unless you're a government that administers a pension, then yes, you benefit from smoking. And we're not talking about weed, Nick. We're talking about cigarettes. There's a difference between cigarettes and weed. And again, if you want to get high on weed, I would recommend an edible over smoking it. Yeah, and there's a difference too, Ned, from enjoying a cigar occasionally and doing a pack a day of cigarettes. I'm just not good at the occasionally part. That's why I just don't do it. Because if I smoke cigars, man, I'd be smoking a cigar a day. Gambling's actually huge here too. I like that gambling is legalized because I don't think there's any benefit to it being illegal. Really, Sar? I think it's legal where I live. I'm pretty sure it's legal. I don't know. Like the whole thing is, I never wanted to smoke weed because weed was illegal. I'm like, I can't get, like, I'm sitting here like, I know I can't get away with anything. So if I smoke weed, I'm just gonna get arrested and look like an idiot. So I just can't smoke weed because I'm just gonna get in trouble. Also, I was broke. So like the quote unquote peak weed smoking period of my life, I was also broke, which, let me tell you, if there's anything that helps you not do drugs, it's being broke. Oh, congrats, Fat. That's awesome. How many waves do you get to tier 16? Oh, okay. That makes sense, Sar. I just never had, you know... It's like, Sar, it's like these habits. I don't know if it goes bad, Mike. I mean, Nick, it's like, Nick, even if I was like rich, which obviously I'm not rich, but if I was, even if I was rich, it'd be hard for me to like want to do any of these things. You know, it was like I was having a discussion. I don't remember. I don't think it was with you guys. I was having a discussion with somebody. Oh, wow. That's awesome, Fat. And we were talking about money. Like what, how would your life change if you had, you know, a certain amount of money, right? And so, like, as you guys know, I don't have a car, right? And they're like, so how much money would you have to get a car again? And I was like, it's not about, like, the amount of money I save not having a car. It's that I freaking hate driving. Like, my ideal would be to just not need a car. And there was something, like, I think it was, like, if I gave you a car, would you keep it? And I was like, no, I hate driving, Nick. Driving is awful. Oh my God, I hate it. I hate it so much, man. Absolutely not, Fat. I would just get killed on a motorcycle. Everybody I know that has had a motorcycle has a motorcycle accident story. Why would I like, Nick, in what reality would I like driving? What makes driving fun? There's nothing that makes driving fun. You have to negotiate constantly with other people on the road. The other people on the road are generally not the nicest people to share the road with. You're fighting for position. Yeah, I don't mind biking, Tower, but biking in the US is just getting hit by a car. Like Nick, I don't think you understand driving that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, oh, I got a nice open road, nobody's on the road with me. That driving is fun. I'm talking about driving where you're fighting with other people to get to your destination. It is exhausting. People are making bad decisions. They're cutting you off, making you slam on your brakes. The normal driving that you deal with. Then you don't have actual, like, you don't have the commuting kind of drive that I have. And the fact that if you don't have that, Nick, that means that probably your city is pretty walkable anyways, because most people are already choosing not to drive. I'm not jealous. I know that if I want the lifestyle I want, I need to move to Europe. I watch the channel Not Just Bikes. I know all about this stuff. See, the thing is, though, when I was a kid, I was turning 16. And you know, my mom was like, if you need to drive, and you need to drive because of all these things, and also you have to be a responsible driver, and if you make a mistake, you're going to cause my insurance to go up, and that's really expensive. And so I just remember all that with driving, right? And I'm sitting here and like I was young. I didn't have the knowledge to to me, the fact that you have to, in the United States, to take on so much responsibility to get from point A to point B, to me is insane. It is, to me, absolutely insane that you have to take on so much responsibility to get from, because really all driving is, for the most part, is getting from point A to point B. That's all it is. To me, as a kid, and again, a lot of my views on stuff are just from from being a kid, and like, I wouldn't say I was overwhelmed as much as like I was just like confused why there was like, it seemed like there was so much responsibility to drive. It was like, why would you do this? Like, why? Like, but I didn't understand that there are different ways, right? There's different ways you can build society where you don't have to drive. And I didn't understand. And I actually lived in a town where I could walk. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, Nick, is there's like, I don't think you understand the level of expense you have to undertake to engage in driving, because you have to buy a car, you have to pay car insurance, there's gasoline, there's all these things, right? And then you have to ask yourself, how often? Well, there is leisurely driving, Nick, where it's not point A to point B transportation. It is, you're driving for the sake of enjoying driving, which usually is like empty roads. You're driving to explore. You aren't on a timetable. So it's leisurely driving is a different kind of thing. There's also track driving. I have a friend that he's really into racing cars, and he actually goes to the sports track and actually will race his car there. So there's technically 3 different types of driving. You can do like track driving and racing. Please don't do it on the street. You can do leisurely driving, which is, I want to drive and explore somewhere, and I can take my time doing it. And then there is the reality that it's probably 90 to 95% of the driving you engage with is commuting. I mean, that's sort of what I did, Mike, is I didn't want to drive because, like I said, to me, and I didn't know how to verbalize this, to me, I was confused why you had to take on so much personal responsibility to drive. It was extremely confusing to me because it seemed like driving was so essential. It is extremely expensive and time consuming. Like, it's a whole like subculture. Why would you never use a train? Dude, trains are freaking awesome. But anyways, like when I was growing up, right, I didn't know the language. And now as an adult, I would say, well, why don't we, like to me, and part of the problem I have with driving is because it has such a high upfront cost, ends up being increasing the inequity in society, right? Because driving has a high upfront cost, it's very inequitable in society, and it really disadvantages people who are poor. And if you don't invest in public transit, the poor are most disadvantaged from this. Really? Well, I'll tell you, Nick, you got to get over that. Just take a train. You are talking about the Tempe train crash in February of 2023. A head-on collision between 2 trains south of Tempe Valley in Greece, about halfway between the Greek villages of Tempe and the Thessaly region. So here's the thing, Nick. The best time to ride a train is after a serious accident like that. The reality is car crashes are more common. It's just the thing is you think of the risk differently. I will say aviation is not really doing great right now, Ned. I'm kind of concerned a little bit about aviation. But again, planes are still safer. You look at this statistically, right? You're less likely to die in a plane than in a car. Just in the United States, Tower, we went through a period of about, I want to say about 15 years of amazing air safety, no accidents. And we've had a bunch of serious incidents, like in the last year, I want to say. Like, obviously, there's the plane that crashed into the helicopter and everybody died. You know, there was the one in Alaska where the door blew open. And there's been a couple other incidents like that. Fortunately, the one in Alaska where the door blew open, nobody was seriously hurt. Yeah, well, if you understand a lot of what's going on is, unfortunately, we have decided to understaff the FAA. No, you can't just, Nick, like that's an easy thing to say, but you can't ban Boeing from making planes. Because the reality is, there's not enough manufacturing capacity for Airbus to pick up the slack, because there's not enough. Well, Boeing, what happened is, if you go into the history of Boeing, it doesn't have anything to do with diversity hires. It was when Boeing bought McDonnell Douglas. McDonnell Douglas was a terrible company, and Boeing bought them. And Boeing switched from an engineering culture to an MBA culture. And so when you switch from an engineering culture to an MBA culture, that was the problem. There's a whole thing, I forget where I watched it, Ned. There's a whole thing about the history of Boeing, and it talked about how what made Boeing so good is that they were run by engineers and were a product-focused company. And then McDonnell Douglas was just focused on the money rather than the product. And even though Boeing bought, this is the craziest thing, even though Boeing bought McDonnell Douglas's management came out on top, and they shifted the focus of the company from being about the product to being about how we can make money off of it. It was it's like crazy to read. I mean, the whole NASA Boeing thing, United Launch Alliance, is a whole nother thing. Unfortunately, they're allegedly, I mean, the good news is, yeah, the NASA astronauts got stuck in space, but they sent the launch where they had that as a contingency, right? So that was a contingency. So even though they were quote unquote stuck in space, it was also that NASA said, we're okay with taking this risk on this new thing. If things don't work out, you guys just stay at the space station for a while. We're going to have a contingency plan. So it's not as much they got stuck in space as much as I would assume NASA was willing to take the risk and said, okay, we're going to take the risk, but we have a contingency plan if things don't work right. Which, you can argue that since the risk didn't pan out, they shouldn't have taken the risk. That's certainly an argument to make. But since, you know, everything worked out, I think it was an acceptable risk to take, you know? I do think they're trying to help the United Launch Alliance, or whatever the heck they're called, actually, you know, get their launch legs back, because, you know, they haven't really done it. They had, you know, SpaceX took up more of the contracts, and, you know, SpaceX just blew up another Starship, so, I mean, there's that too, you know? Yeah, I'm farming tier 15. You know, if there's anything I'd like to see, is I'd just like to see NASA get more funding, to be honest with you. Because I feel like the site, like if we properly funded NASA, I get to about 3,000 to 3,500 depending. There's a you know, there's the luck variance. Yeah, SpaceX, the biggest advantage SpaceX has outside of being a private company is they're also a vertically integrated company. So the big disadvantage of the United Launch Alliance has is they are not vertically integrated. So what ends up happening is they get into arguments about how to design a part for something. No, the SpaceX failure, Nick, the failures are actually a huge deal, especially the most recent one, because the failure of the most recent one was a carbon fiber tank or whatever, and that's a part that's never failed before. I forget what it's called. It's like a CVOS or something like that. And so, excuse me, my mouth is really dry. Let me get something to drink. My mouth is just super dry. So the CVOS. Oh, thank you for watching, Fat. You have a good night and happy farming. Yeah, there's also that problem, where they have to, you know, they have to go through the lowest bidder and all that kind of stuff, and therefore they have to split it up, and then it's where SpaceX doesn't have to deal with that because the contract is just, you know, you take your rocket, you do X. But the most recent SpaceX thing was a CVOS, which is it's a carbon fiber wrapped high pressure tube for gas. And there was a report, I shouldn't say report, but there was something on Twitter about a while ago from one of the guys who used to work at SpaceX, and he was one of the things he specifically talked about, and this was like a month before the explosion of the Starliner, or excuse me, the Starship. Starliner is the other one, is that the people working to assemble the Starship were slamming those CVOS tanks in. And, you know, it's actually a very delicate tank because it's, you know, it's wrapped in carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is strong, but it's not like durable. And so when that was happening, they weren't, basically it was a manufacturing, or sorry, not manufacturing, an assembling a defect most likely because the containers weren't handled correctly. At least that was the speculation because of what somebody was talking about with how they were slamming the CVOS containers around before. Yeah, it's brittle. Like, you can't slam carbon fiber around. It's strong, but it's not, it's brittle, it's delicate, you can't smash it around and stuff like that. And I can't remember what video I watched that talked about that, and they showed the tweet from the guy. And I was like, wow, that's kind of wild. But again, SpaceX's biggest advantage is they're a vertically integrated company. So what that means is, if you say, I need to have a certain part made a certain way, the way it works for Boeing is Boeing has to talk to another company. They have to ask the other company to make the thing. The other company is going to come back with a quote, and then they have to argue about the price, right? And SpaceX, since they're vertically integrated, they just say, okay, I need to try this part. This is what we want to do. These are the performance characteristics of the part. And then the other department generally just makes the part, right? They don't have to get into discussion of price or any of these other things. So that is SpaceX's biggest advantage, if they're vertically integrated like that. And that's why they've been able to make a lot of the progress they've been able to make. I don't know. I'm hungry. I need... Oh, no. I just realized the time. So in one hand, like, you think SpaceX is... Well, there's a lot of different types of strength, Mike. That's the whole thing. There's certain types of strength in certain... Like, there's all different types of strength when it comes to manufacturing. Right? So there's, like, tension strength, there's shear strength, there's compression strength. There's all these things. It's like how a diamond is the hardest material, but if you hit a diamond in a certain way, you can break a diamond. I'm glad you have all this faith, Nick, because I actually don't have faith, because the problems we're seeing develop are from a lack of focus on quality and quality assembly. And so those are, like, when you talk about what happened to Boeing, what happened with Boeing is kind of the same thing. The problems with Boeing are with a lot of the assembly of the things they're making. And this is another assembly failure. So, yeah, food does end the stream. No, it's only 10 p.m. for me. I kind of wanted to finish the run, that was the thing. Because, you know... But I also need to get... Yeah, and it's 5 a.m. for Maria, too. I'm pretty sure she's asleep. No, she's not asleep. I mean, I think Glenn Shotwell is doing fine, because she's, like, while Elon Musk owns SpaceX, Elon Musk does not oversee the operation of SpaceX on a day-to-day basis. It's the weekend. It's the time to stay up late. Like, I took a nap, so I should stay up late, I guess. It's like anything. Like, I've always been, like... Actually, Maria's going to bed, so I told her good night. I don't know. I've always been a night owl tower, so, like... It's hard for me to say it's a cursed sleep schedule because I'm a night owl. So it's like, it's just natural to me. Like, I don't understand how people, like, go to bed at, like, 10 o'clock at night or whatever. Now, I will say... I have also done the other extreme, right? There was a time in my life when I would get home from work. This is when I worked a 9-to-5 job. I would get home from work between 5:15, 5:30. I would take a shower. I would be in bed at 6 p.m. And I would sleep 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. because I could wake up at 2 a.m. and play with my friends in World of Warcraft. So there was a time in my life when I did that, and I liked it because I got I got to have like the night owl experience kind of, and that's what I missed, like just being up at like 2, 3 in the morning, and like at that time, like, yeah, he means just 16, which is 4 p.m. He means 4 p.m. He's talking military time. Or at least he just shouldn't have put the PM. Yeah. I use military time too for a lot of things. I honestly can't stand AM, PM, and just wish the US standardized military time. I mean, Tower, when I was his age, I was waking up at 2 to 4 p.m. I would stay up till 6 a.m. Well, actually, I take that back. I would stay up between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. Okay? And when I went to bed, kind of depended on a couple things. Especially during the summer. It used to be during the summer, I would stay up to like 5 a.m. and just go to bed and sleep until 2 p.m. Yeah, we use a lot of inefficient measurements, in my opinion. Oh, well, Maria hasn't been sleeping well. That's not good. No, I can't be drafted, Omega. And if I'm getting drafted, it would actually be for Iran right now. I'll say this, for temperature measurement, Fahrenheit is actually not that egregious. And the reason I will defend Fahrenheit is because I feel like Celsius, 1 degree Celsius is simply too big of a measurement for what 1 degree feels like for a person. And that probably sounds stupid, it's like ridiculous, but take the difference between Celsius. You guys have to use half a degree of Celsius, right? You commonly will have 22 degrees, 22 and a half degrees Celsius, right? At least Fahrenheit, you stick with whole numbers. Yes, Fahrenheit is a little weird because it's the plus 32 thing and that. But I think if instead of, if Celsius was 0 to 200 versus 0 to 100 from the boiling water, I think 0 to 200 would have been better than 0 to 100. Simply because you wouldn't have to use half. You would get away with whole numbers. My damage number is red, Memorial, because I'm a bad person. And hi, Memorial, how you doing? Yeah, the Zerdin temperature degrees is just Celsius times 2. Wow, you know Maria's lipstick, Nick. Wow. Kelvin is too absolute, Sar. And again, Kelvin doesn't solve the problem, right? It just means we start at like, yeah, it's 273.15 degrees Kelvin today, right? That would be very cold. And then it would be like, oh, it's 290 degrees Kelvin, and that's a mild day. I don't know, Nick. It just happens when you work on stuff. Like, I invest and I get more damage. It just shows up. Oh, also, Memoriable, sorry, I don't think I actually answered your question. So this is because it's because of the damage scaling, Nick. I have the damage scaling, okay? I got the damage scale, and so that changes it. But this is my max damage right now because of the, you know, scaling to the health. When there is no health, apparently it just scales it down to 1. But the damage scaler thing that I have right here, this is basically like easy mode Devo. Sorry, I didn't really answer your question, Memoriable. I was sorry about that. I just got carried away. No, Nick, we had this stream that was 5 hours the other day. And well, it was the other day. It was like a couple weeks ago. We had a 5-hour stream. And it was, what was the celebration of the stream? We were doing a farming run. It's also like I'm already too late, so I'm trying to determine what I want to do, right? I do need to go get food at some point. Yeah, actually, that's right. I actually went to the store during the 5-hour one and came back, and we continued going. So, but this time the store is closed. There's no going to the store. I'm gonna have to go somewhere else for food. So that's a thing that's gonna have to happen. My grocery store closes at 10 p.m., Nick. That's how it's closed. I used to, like, it's funny, I used to live near 2 grocery stores, one that closed at 10 and one that closed at 11, and I would always go to the one that closed at 11. Yeah, no pub sub. Usually I used to get the chicken tenders from Publix all the time. I still do, but, you know. If I wanted to get the chicken tenders, I have to go before 8, because they quit making them at 8 o'clock. So either I have to get them earlier. No, because I'll have to go somewhere else. There's other chicken places I can go to. I've always, like... I haven't had their meatball sub, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever had a meatball sub. Which seems weird in retrospect. Why have I never had a meatball sub? I like meat. I don't have an answer. Hey, Hans, how you doing? And not much, we're just kind of chilling with the farming run. Yeah. Who doesn't like meat? What, do you only eat vegetables, Nick? I mean, if you do, that's great for you, but, you know. Hans, I need to know, like, what do you mean? Ugh. I don't understand. Like, what I'm trying to say is, what is your point of reference? Like, what do you remember my CPM being? And you know what they say, ball is life, too. Because my CPM has been around 100 trillion since I went Black Hole Digester. And I actually have an entire... no, it's actually been at 100 trillion. 30 trillion, what, like... Yeah, I have a whole video on how, like, I talked about all the changes. And I want to say, like, it also depends on when you see it, right? This is towards the end of a run for tier 15. So this is towards the end of a run in tier 15. So obviously this is going to be a lot higher. I do digest a lot, yes. So I do have a video where I went into, like, explicit detail about this. Hold on. Because everybody was curious. Like, I forget who asked. Somebody asked in the comments. I don't know if it was you or not. About, like, all the changes my tower went through. And I went through every change that has happened to my tower since, like, the beginning of the year, maybe? I mean, the thing is, Tower, there's no hard and fast rule on when something becomes good, because you're gonna have to do a run and it's either gonna work with your setup or not. You can get a generalized idea, but like if you have Epic G-Comp and you have Epic Black Hole Digester, at that point, neither one of them is going to be that strong, but one might be a little bit better than the other, but it's going to kind of depend. Likely, it would be G-Comp, but it could be that for the way you're set up, that Black Hole Digester actually is better. But it's like really hard to have a hard and fast rule about a lot of these things, and I know people generally prefer hard and fast rules about, like, oh, like, I want this to just be the best right now. And I've encountered this with so many games. Like, I play Idle Kingdom Defense, right? Like, you all know that. I have a million videos of it. And people will be like, well, yeah, because once you're at the top, Tower, you have everything unlocked to make Black Hole Digester the best, right? Like it took me about 70,000 stones, and yes, Black Hole Digester is the best when you have 70,000 stones, but there's a lot of paths to 70,000 stones that people can take, and G-Comp or Black Hole Digester might be better, like, along the way. Hey, Adele, how are you doing? I don't know that much Spanish outside of Donde está en la biblioteca? Wait, I think I just asked, where is the library? Donde está el baño? El baño in el biblioteca. Yeah, SF would probably do a lot for you, simply because it buffs your wall so much. I do German, okay. Hold on. Sharp Fortitude. Sharp Fortitude is the new armor module that gives you bonus regen and wall health. No, we're not going to do 9. 9 is the easy German word. Wo ist die Bibliothek? This is the tower. So this is a mobile game. I believe you've seen me in Idle Kingdom Defense. No, 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 no. Wo ist dein Toilet? Das Zimmer ist in der Bibliothek. Hans, I actually did not need the damage slider, but I have it. All right, Ned, thank you for watching, and you have a good evening, and thank you again for the stone pack. Okay, Greek, huh? Greek. All right, let me try my Greek. I probably, like, I feel like Sar, like, German is closer to how I speak anyways. Like, Nick, I can't even say the Greek. I will, Ned. I will. You'll see how many coins I make. And thank you again, Ned. Poi and I Viviolotiki. Which I'm sure that's just wrong, right? That's just wrong, right? Poi and I to Banio. To Banio and I see Bibliothek. I said, where's the library? Where is the bathroom? The bathroom is in the library. I am reading these from translate.google.com. Adele, the joke is, those are the common phrases we learn. Like, when I was learning Spanish, the things I learned was, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? ¿Dónde está el baño? El baño en la biblioteca. That is the Spanish I learned. So I was just doing the same thing in other languages. Now I think my German was a bit better. And if my German was any good, Sar, I have to thank the Du Hast band, or not Du Hast, that's the song. Why can't I think of who the band is? Rammstein. Okay, so the next challenge is Hungarian. Okay. Yeah, Rammstein. If I know how to say any German, it's from listening to Rammstein and how they speak. And maybe that's representative of how German people speak, or maybe it's not. It's how I know German. All right, we're going to do the same phrases. Whoops. Hold on. Wenn a Konvitar wenn a Mazdo a Ferdozada e Kuva Tarban Van. And now I have to do finish. Finnish is at least a very literal language that I'm gonna mess up anyways. So for the sake of Maria, I have to do Finnish. I don't want her to feel left out when she watches the stream later. Misa Kerjasto on. I don't know if that's a fun fact, Sar. It's all good, like, I don't speak Spanish. I will say it's a lot easier in writing, too. Like, if I write something in English, it's a lot easier for you to understand that. How to not learn languages? Misa on Vesa. Kyle feel ho on Kirjastasa. I think, Nick, Greece is a Romance language, right? Like, like Greece is a Romance language, like, Portuguese, Spanish, and Italian, right? Like, Greece is in that family of languages? Oh, what's Modern Greek? Is Modern Greek not considered a Romance language? Like, if you can't tell, the reason I'm asking is because I can't speak Romance languages. It should be very obvious I can't speak Romance languages. Oh, it's not. Okay, it's not a Romance languages. Spanish, Italian, French. French and Portuguese are all considered Romance languages derived from Latin. So no, Greek is not. Okay. I only know about Romance languages because it was one of those things, like if you're good at Spanish, you could probably do pretty good at Portuguese, right? And you can probably also do Italian and French. And like, just from how I speak, you can, like, I can't do the fancy rolling your R's kind of stuff or any of that kind of stuff. Oh, Romanian too? I didn't know that. I can't do any of that kind of stuff. I can speak, and I think that's why I speak German probably the most decent out of anything you heard. Okay. All right. Thank you, Adele. You have a great evening and happy farming. Oh, they are. I also speak Finnish terribly because I speak Finnish with an English accent, because I try to phonetically sound out Finnish and I sound it out the wrong way because English just sounds different with the you know, you use the same letters but English sounds different. And I also don't understand, like, I understand that the accent marks make the letters look prettier, but I don't know how they change the pronunciation. Okay, so I need to speak Greek again for Nick. All right. Nick, give me an English sentence that you want to hear me say in Greek, and it can't be something obscene. I mean, I guess it could be something obscene, but let's just, like, not make it an obscene phrase. Just write something normal, and I'll try to say it in Greek. Like, the honest reality is, oh, let me grab the gems. Oh, okay, that's the standard typing sentence in America. I, Grigori, Cafe, El Pulo, Pidixi, Pano, Apo, to Tepilico, Skili. I, Grigori, Cafe, El Hoyo, Pidixi, Pano, Apo, to Tepilico, Skili. I don't know how to say it. Like, your language is like letters that, like, how do I say these words? Like, this is what it looks like, man. How do you say that? Oh, did I cap out? That's because of my bans, Tower, because I have a lot of stuff banned. Like, I don't even understand. So, like, fortunately, my translator gives it to me in, like, what I assume is the pronunciation way to say it. And so I, Grigori, Cafe, El Puo, Pedixi, Pano, Alpo, to Tempi, Lico, Scali. Like, which one do you... So, like, Nick, which one do you use? What's the difference between the two I posted? $1980 is not that long ago, guys. Relax. So to be honest, I've been known to pronounce things so wrong. I got a list of names of people in India, and the challenge was to try to say the names, right? And I said all of the names wrong. Like, it was like... And they weren't easy names like Mariam or Uday or Rena or Naveen or Nikhil or Ebir or Sema or Zahir or Anad or Kartik or Mohan or Ahmed or Mohammed. They were like really interesting names. I mean, I have a recording of how I'm supposed to say it. Yeah, because cafe is cafe. I'll listen to it later. Like the cafe is the easiest part of that thing to say because we have cafe in American. Like, you can go to the cafe. So seeing cafe written like that is just cafe. Oh, is it? Well, look, Nick, I'm only as good as the tools I have available. But like when you have words like Alpu and Pidixie and Pano, Apo to Tempe, Lico, and Skyly, that's a little harder. Is Skyly close to right? Because it's Skyly. That should be a simple word to say. It's Skyly. Or does the I with the little dot on it do something different? Like, how do you say Skyly? The sky with the Lee on the end. Oh, it's Skeely. Oh, so it's Skyly. Well, wait, if the Y and the I are pronounced the same, why is there a Y and an I? Why isn't it just Skyly? I'm actually surviving in this run longer than I thought I would. What about Tempe Lico? I mean, it does make sense. I just dislike the inefficiency, right? It's like in English, it's the same issue with the letter C. The letter C, for example, sounds either like S or like K, and if it sounds like S or K, why is it a letter? You just throw it out. Like, what purpose does the letter C have, other than looking nice? I will say the letter C is a nice looking letter, you know? But if the letter C represents the same sound as S or K, just throw it out. It's useless. No, you're doing it wrong, Tower. It should be the other way. We're throwing the C out. Oh, there we go. Well, I guess we made it to the end. There you go. You got to see my first GT12 run all the way to the end. Yeah, 11 death defies just to drag it out. I almost, this is actually, just so you guys know, like my highest wave, okay? 3496 and this 3480. It's hard to say, Fernando, because I don't have a run history. That's the whole problem. I don't have a run to compare this run to. I don't know. So I would assume it's probably about 25% more. So I would assume that a good run I would get was probably around 8 quadrillion, and now we're getting like 10 quadrillion. And again, we're kind of rounding a little bit. But the reality is, guys, without a run history, we have no, unless I logged every one of these, and let's be honest, I'm not doing that. That's a good point, Sar. Hold on. I'll check. We can look at that. Wait, I don't know. Damn it. I would have had to look at the old record, Sar, before this. Shoot. I should have checked beforehand. I don't even know what my old record was. Well, the last time I checked, my old record was 7 quadrillion, which isn't right because I've done a ton of runs since then. Yeah, it is a tragedy. Let's at least make sure this is my new high score. How about that? Because we can at least verify that, right? Well, now you can see that my I'm up to 2.9 quadrillion. But let's look. Yeah, it's my new high score, so there's that. So it definitely is my best run. I know that's a little anticlimactic, but it is my best run, so we can be confident of that. So I beat my high score at the very least. And almost tied tier 14. Obviously, there's things that have changed. Hey, Virus, how you doing? So Ned gifted me some money to get the stone pack, so I got GT12 tonight. So here we are. So now, where does this lead us? I don't know. No, you don't really farm tier 13, Mike, because the jump from tier 12 to tier 13 is actually really hard. Okay, he gave me $50 for the stone pack. So, and Virus, I made sure, I triple checked and made sure I did it right this time. Hold on. Oh, can I take the screenshot right now? I guess I could. At the very least, guys, you know what the most accurate thing for me to do is? I'm gonna take the screenshot. I'm gonna post this in the lifetime coins. This is actually the most accurate way to measure it. I forgot. You guys always make me forget this. The best way to actually measure the difference is I'm going to post it in the Lifetime Coins channel. Okay? Yeah, but Fernando, I have auto restart, so I don't ever see it unless I decide to like record the game or something like that. I just don't ever see the runs. That's what I'm trying to say. Unless you know something I don't know. Because, like, the whole thing is, like, I usually don't see the kill screen. Because I usually die, the game auto restarts itself, and I don't ever see it. But what I was trying to... And also, you guys have to remember, there's a lot of run-to-run variants. So... you can't really just ever look at one run in isolation. That's why what we do, at least in my Discord, is we have a Lifetime's Coin channel. And so with a Lifetime Coins channel, what you can actually do is, well, obviously I post the screenshot, but what it lets you do is you can look at the change between 2 points in time. So I guess I've been kind of behind, right? So... No, I'm not... Well, I'm 10 days. The last one I posted was 10 days ago, right? And I was at 2.19. Wait, what self-promo? What did I do, Nick? I heard that it wasn't Virus, but I did block the Poison Swamp 1.5x. I don't think it is because it still stays within my range, but I am not sure. Wow, that's actually bigger than I thought it would be. So oh yeah, well, of course I'm going to promote my Discord. I'm at 25. I maxed the size out. So I don't know if that's good or not. It's max. Sorry, I didn't max it out. Maxing it out would be researching at 5 more levels to 30. I'm at 25 out of 30, my bad. But yeah, that's what we do. We have the, I mean, how else could you do it, Nick? Because the idea is to look at trends over time, right? So again, like I posted about the same time ago, actually. It was 10:45 and this is 10:42, right? Congrats on your fornication. So I'm at 219. And on my next one, I'm at 294. So that right there is 0.75. So I made 750 quadrillion in 10 days. So you divide that by 10, that's about 75 quadrillion a day. So, assuming Golden Tower gives me the same boost, we would be looking to see going from 75 quadrillion a day. Should be about 25%, give or take. I should be able to get... about 90, 93-ish. So I should be able to get about 93-ish, give or take. So we just need to let this run for another week. We can then take that measurement and see, hey, did I get to 93 quadrillion a day, give or take? And then we can actually make like what I would consider a decent comparison between Golden Tower 11 plus and 12 plus. But I do need to get something to eat. So I hope you enjoyed this extra long stream at my first Golden Tower 12 plus run, and me butchering all of your languages. I'll have to tell Maria that I butchered Finnish on the stream. So I found out Maria's actually really sad, guys, just to let you guys know. I don't know if you guys know Save a Fox. It's a little fox rescue thing. Well, if you Google Save a Fox, they had a Save a Foxident. And Danke für den Stream und gut Nacht. I mean, Nick, just look it up. I don't, it's, you know how YouTube is, but you can Google Save a Fox and you can find out, and I can tell you on Discord. They had a Foxident, and she's been really sad about that. She's actually doing a fundraiser for their stream, or for their sanctuary. Something died, but it wasn't a fox, Nick. And it's actually really sad. I said what Sars told me, and he said, Danke für den Stream und guten Nacht. And hey, Miguel, how you doing? But we're wrapping things up. Koso Kozjon Juk stream at set. I'm not really good with languages, but I'll butcher them any day of the week. Yeah, but so... Can you write it phonetically, Nick? I don't even know where to start with it. Va, pi, kayak, kai, con, tuxedo, udvote, swagawa, quadon. How do I say any? Like, there's one letter I understand from that, Nick, and it's pi. Espero que hayas tenido un buen torneo. How would you explain this to your parents? I got this guy who only knows English. Yo tengo un pollo in me pantalones. I have a chicken in my pants. I know enough Spanish for that one, Virus. Because the reason I know that one is because of Pollo Hermano from Breaking Bad. What? What? Pai utpik va uvavigik. Tristis tigris comen trigo in la trago. It was pollo. Pollo. Yeah, I can't speak. Yeah, basically like XQC, like I can't speak Greek. I think we can establish that, yes. The only Greek word I know is pi. Like, I know some ancient Greek, like, we used to have the song, like, I learned a little ancient Greek, and I know the song still, I think. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, theta, eta, something, 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 iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, pi, xi, epsilon, something. I probably messed it up. That's your Greek alphabet, by the way. No ligma. So a lot of the Greek letters are also in math, yeah. So like if you trade stocks, there's a thing called the Greeks, and they use, I don't know all the Greek letters but it comes in with options trading. So for example, there's theta, there's delta, there's some other letters. I don't know all the option, but they call them the Greeks, and that's all the letters you use for options. And all options is fancy math. Oh, is there sigma trading? I know there's Six Sigma, and that's the manufacturing discipline. Deltarune is a video game. Okay, but I actually have to go to the restroom, so I gotta go. Thank you for letting me butcher all your languages and being understanding that I am an English as an only language person. But once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day. Kave pi polbavyav Siza. Good night, everybody.